Going on, guys? Starting out the day today with the truck already outside, ready to go to be hit with the steam washer, clean up the frame a little bit in the back, get some of this gunk and grind off of it. It's been built up for who knows how long it's been like that. Got the frame up here all oiled up from a few years of having the Cummins inside of it. Gonna clean all that up, get it pretty all nice and clean, all prettied up. Got the transfer case over here that it's a little bit oily, could really use some love and attention, so that way we can just go ahead and paint that up, get it all done. So we'll hit it with the steam washer, we'll see how clean we can get it, and then shove her back in the shop and we'll go from there. And we're back. Got the transfer case all washed up in there. Front support right here. Got this as good as we could with the steam washer. Still not super clean, but should be good enough. We can clean up a little bit more. Got all the oil and grime off of here in the frame. Went around and got all the dirt and mud. There's still some residual stuff. Maybe need to hit it one more time. Otherwise, it's pretty clean. Generally speaking, there wasn't a whole lot of mud or anything left because I hit it with the wire wheel before it came out here. Just trying to get the last little bits that you can't really hit with wire wheel before I try and spray it and get it black again. Now, the job is to get the truck back into the shop, so that way we can start getting it prepped for a little bit of paint and start tearing the motor apart. Alright, here we are with the motor today. We need to strip some of the parts off, like the fan and the pulley here, so it'll make it a little bit easier to paint. Clean it up some. Probably pull off the manifold too, so that way the steed is out of the way. Don't really want to paint my steed. A few more things. Probably pull the pump, and we might do that after painting, that way the fuel lines are on. And because we do have, I don't know where it's at, but we have a billet tappet cover for the slide, so we can get rid of this crankcase breather, because we have a dual valve cover breather for it sitting inside, and we have a keying machine billet tappet cover. And then I got the valve covers from PDD, Power Driven Diesel, and yeah, that should take care of some of the issues we were having with the blow-by because of the power increases, where it's pushing a lot of oil through the side here, and I didn't have a catch can, so having it up here with the baffles should vent it enough and keep us from losing the oil. So yeah, let's get to stripping it down. Alright, I figured I'd just show you guys this. So sometimes when I go to take the fan off, it can be a real pain in the ass, because obviously when it's on there and you're trying to spin it and the belt won't hold it tight, so you have to figure out different ways to hold the pulley. So I just went ahead and went over to the went over to the welder and made this little contraption up to hold it, to be able to hold the pulley while I spin the fan off. So you literally, all it took was some flat bar, like 1/4 inch, and 2 cuts. It's not the most beautiful thing, but saves you from spending, I think they're like $50 online, and you can just weld it together real quick. I think the welds don't even have to be that good. So another thing that I've been redoing with the whole rebuild of the truck is I've been making my intercooler pipes out of aluminum, trying to do all that. It's been a learning experience. I am no professional welder by any stretch of the imagination, and trying to learn how to TIG aluminum has been probably one of the most difficult things I've done, but it's been going good so far. We have both our intercooler pipes and the pipe for our intake coming in, so we can make that up out of aluminum too, and we'll see how we want to either powder coat them or leave them shiny. So, time to start welding up the rest of the pipes and get the rest of the welding done on them. Alright, well, we got the motor torn apart, got the manifold off on this side, took the injector lines off, covered up all the injectors with some caps, that way nothing can get in on them. Took the alternator off, front fan hub, balancer. Then we came over, covered up all the same thing on the injection pump, that way nothing can get in there. Took the intake off, covered up that. Nothing else too major going on here. I probably will pull the pump when we go to paint it, that way we can get everything behind. Pumps, when I got the pump, I painted it pretty good, so it's still nice and black. Could use a touch-up probably. Nothing really came off too hard. Again, this motor, we kind of gone through a little bit last year when we did some upgrades on it. So, nothing too major. The only thing I would recommend, and I've been doing it for a while now since I ever saw somebody else do it on YouTube, is when I take parts off of the motor, or a truck for that matter, I use Ziploc baggies and I bag up the parts, and then I will go and I will write exactly what this was for, and then you can put it in a box. Especially when you're tearing something apart and not going to be putting it right back together, you can definitely lose where the parts came from. So that's one of the best things I've ever done, and I highly recommend anybody that's going to be tearing something apart for a little bit, even like a week, I would get a thing of Ziploc baggies and just start bagging everything that comes off of the motor. Yeah, so other than that, probably we will do a rundown on exactly what I have done to this motor, and some tips and tricks I would say to do, especially when you're trying to make your own foamings. There are definitely things I did that I would not do again, and things I wish I did.